over 200 crore, and I've heard that the brakes have failed and all that stuff. So this is just going on and on.
Yeah, you're right. What do I say on that? Yes, I'm very happy. We all are happy.
This is going to set a benchmark in a way, and I think that is a huge achievement by any standard whatsoever.
All of us in the film industry, including yourself, who's related to the film industry, I think we should be happy that there's a big business. You can make bigger, better films and take them on an international platform. The idea by Disney UTV is also that, listen, let's create new markets for Indian cinema.
Right.
And as an Indian filmmaker, all of us, I think the first thing we should know is that when we can sit down and enjoy a French film, when we can believe in an Almodovar Spanish film, when we can like an English Hollywood film, why shouldn't people around the world also like a Hindi film?
Practical reasons, somewhere the superstardom of Shah Rukh Khan is responsible for that in a big way as well.
I didn't say that, but all those films will have to include.
If you make a great film, a film that's loved by millions of people and that families can take to, this is how big it can be. And I think these records are only being made to be broken in the future. But I think we're really glad that Chennai Express has given us a sense of the potential of the market for Indian movies today.
जन्माष्टमी के दिन सबके सब प्लीज चेन्नई एक्सप्रेस को देखना मत भूलेगा.
Okay, congrats to Rohit Shetty for dumping Mughal-e-Azam, Sholay, DDLJ, Three Idiots, etc. by the tracks and speeding Indian cinema ahead on Chennai Express. Well, that's what Ram Gopal Verma has said in his inimitable style a short while back. And we have with us a victorious team of Chennai Express. Huge pleasure to have you guys on Bollywood Hungama. And how do you react to what Mr. Verma has said a short while back? Speeding ahead on Chennai Express.
Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you.
With all
Thank you, sir.
humility, thank you.
All right. Were you ever imagining that something of this sort will be happening to a movie that you've done? You're just, I think, very familiar with the 100 crore club, but now this is like going over 200 crore, and I've heard that the brakes have failed and all that stuff. So this is just going on and on.
Yeah, you're right. What do I say on that? Yes, I'm very happy. We all are happy
Right.
that the brakes have failed.
Okay,
But you
Jay.
never think of a film to become like this. You always hope, you have
Right.
dreams. You know, when you join the film industry, not just in terms of numbers, but being able to appeal to the largest section of an audience, you know, whether it's as a producer, as a director, as an actor, and the rest of the team, on behalf of the rest of the team. It happens once in a way, and you always hope it happens again and again, but it's a difficult thing to do, that everything comes together in a fine fit and the whole becomes more than the sum of its parts. I think Chennai is one of those, that all the parts were very nice, all of us worked very hard and we did everything, and the credit can be given to any one of us, I think, but we also know somewhere deep down inside our heart that the whole is a little more than all of us, and you know, that's the cherishable part of the film.
The day the promo was launched, you had told me in an interview that it's not about don't break records, make them. You know, I think somewhere those words are prophetic now because the way this movie is going.
You want your film to be watched and enjoyed by a lot of people. And having said that, I'm a little constructive person. I truly believe if it's about records, then make them, don't break them. In their own steam, in their own genre, in their own space. हम सुनील गावस्कर साहब को नहीं भूलते because Sachin Tendulkar आ गए. So I hope for all our sakes, there is some kind of a personal record or achievement we have with Chennai Express. बाकी किसका तोड़ा, किसका मोड़ा, किसको छोड़ा, तो ये सब I don't think is something we ever think when we start doing a film.
It's
It's a
simply
more
just
positive way to look at things because
Right.
people do talk numbers now and records, and you can't deny that, and you can't say that, oh, I'm completely blinded to that. As an actor,
Right.
I am.
Right.
I would never think of numbers. But if you have to think of numbers, and if you have to try and put your film on that platform, then you got to know the essence behind numbers are the eyeballs.
Right.
The fact remains that a lot of people will see it only then the numbers come. And instead of trying to compete with X, Y, or Z, which is a good competition, but I think it's limiting. What you should think is, I always tell people that when you are trying to achieve something, don't keep a limit.
Right.
Don't try to compete with others, because then I think a little bit of cynicism comes in. Oh, I just need to do better than this. I do better than
But you're
anything
still
else in the
setting
world.
benchmark, because this is going to set a benchmark in a way, and I think that is a huge achievement by any standard whatsoever.
I think it's a sign of times, and the producers will tell you, when you have a strategy like this, when you have a kind of release like this, the whole team comes together. I think this is going to be a regular thing in India, and it's a great thing to celebrate. Not just for Chennai Express or any other film before us. I think for the work to come, the business is going to be really big, inshallah. And I think all of us in the film industry, including yourself, who's related to the film industry, I think we should be happy that there's a big business. You can make bigger, better films and take them on an international platform with, tie-ups with Disney, UTV. They can give us the distribution now. If you have a film of that caliber,
It's doing exceptionally well in India, but when you see pictures of cinema halls all across the world, places like Toronto and so many places in the world, packed houses, and people are enjoying the film like anything. Someone from Tunisia tweeted me that I just totally love the movie. I find it surprising personally. I'm being honest about it. I find it surprising that a place like Tunisia and they're watching Hindi movie and a movie like Chennai Express and they're loving it.
I think all of us should start believing in a nice positive way, whether it's Tunisia, Peru, Toronto, and it goes to again the distributors that they had the guts to go and put out and I don't know, number wise,
Korea and
yeah, there might
Chan
be places where they're not really gaining money. So it's not just for the business. The idea by Disney UTV is also that, listen, let's create new markets for Indian cinema.
Right.
And as an Indian filmmaker, all of us, I think the first thing we should know is that when we can sit down and enjoy a French film, when we can believe in an Almodovar Spanish film, when we can like an English Hollywood film, why shouldn't people around the world also like a Hindi film?
Right.
And I think if we think like that, we'll be able to cater to a world audience. And that's what makes me happy. So instead of being surprised, we should feel confident that if we can do today 30% or 20% of an international audience, tomorrow, inshallah, Indian films can do 100% of international audience.
But for practical reasons, somewhere the superstardom of Shah Rukh Khan is responsible for that in a big way as well.
I didn't say that, but all those films will have to include me.
Okay, now Siddharth Roy Kapoor, Sanjay Gupta has tweeted that the marketing, promotions and distribution of Chennai Express should be taught in media institutions and business schools. I think this is a fact, the way you guys have gone out. Now this is, I think, a very nice statement.
I think
Make
Shah Rukh
impact.
shies away from that a little bit because
Right.
he likes to be only the actor in the film, which of
Right.
course he is.
Right.
But I think the fact is that Shah Rukh's vision also has contributed largely to the way that we've taken the movie forward. And I think when I say that, what I mean is his creative vision of how the film should be projected.
Right.
Of course, finally, he did not need to get down into the nitty-gritties of the number of screens and the number of cinemas, etc. But he did give us a vision of how he saw us being able to take the film forward in terms of how we should be projecting it.
Ji.
And I think that's what Sanjay is referring to. As far as, I think what Chennai Express really shows today is the extent to which a loved film can go.
Right.
If a film is loved, and of course if it has huge stars and has a director like Rohit who's made a film like this, and if it's loved by the audience, this is really the extent to which it can go, which is massive. I mean, you're talking about 50 countries around the world, you're talking about the sort of box office
And
that
many
you see.
countries, they're waiting for it.
Yeah, I mean, in the next
And
few months, you'll have it
someone
releasing in many
piracy
more
must have
countries
already
around the
reached
world.
over there.
Of course, and that's something that we have to contend with all the time. But
Right.
I think what it really tells us is that if you make a great film, a film
Right.
that's loved by millions of people and that families can take to, this is how big it can be. And I think these records are only being made to be broken in the future. But I think we're really glad that Chennai Express has given us a sense of the potential of the market for Indian movies today.
Right. Promotions are still on because I think Janmashtami is around the corner. We just came to know. So you guys are still on it because I think there is still possibility to just go
We're
for
still
it.
at it. When
Absolutely.
a film does the sort of business that this film has done
Right.
and actually continues to do so, you don't want to stop promoting it because you want
Absolutely.
to keep getting the message out there. Families are coming back to watch it again and again.
Absolutely.
So why should we stop being in their face, telling them to please come back? And even if they were a little bit on the fence about watching it the fourth time, we want them to come in and watch it again.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. And for that, Janmashtami ke din sabke sab, please Chennai Express ko dekhna mat bhulega.